Hey, so Mark here from Rock and Load, Saturday 13th of August, standing in the UK, unbelievably feels like the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Joined by the boys from DEFECTS. How you doing?
Good.
Going good, man.
Just obviously,
Going good.
being
Sweaty.
cooked very thoroughly.
Yeah,
but
like it's like fried chicken out here, really.
it
It's
is.
just
Feels.
like you put glasses on and get
Sweat
the
stock.
sun. Yeah, I was interviewing a band yesterday, and they were standing talking to me, and literally I could see the guy just melting in front of me. It was like a scene from Airplane, you know.
Yeah.
I nearly evaporated at one point.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely mental. So I caught you guys on the Sophie stage earlier on. Hell of a performance, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the band for anybody who's unfamiliar with yourselves.
Right, so, we're from all different kinds of bands, some heavier than others.
Yeah.
We were involved in other bands before this, like you're still involved with Shameless Burn as well.
Yeah.
So we all come from completely different backgrounds, but we all love the same kind of sound as well. And that's how DEFECTS was born. And now we're doing like this kind of heavy metal, new metal / rock / all of that in one thing, as opposed to being one or the other.
Yeah.
Like all of our other bands were.
Yeah.
So it's the time to just like be diverse, really.
There seems to be a real wave of bands coming through that really aren't easy to define.
Yeah.
And I think maybe from a musician's point of view, that's enjoyable for you guys to be able to do that, because rather than feeling like a pigeonhole or right into a certain sort of audience.
In a way, it's like, you're not playing it safe either, because you're constantly experimenting within what you've set as the limit, and like with us, there is no limit. We'll try anything that's not too far away.
Yeah.
We're not going to do some like Queen stuff anytime soon, but
Never say never.
Mother!
The country songs as well.
But it's a chance to just experiment and see what sticks and what people like,
Yeah.
So,
So like, what was the first song you wrote?
the first song that we wrote together was Scapegoat, actually, and then End of Days. So actually in the order of releasing it as well, and then like ones on the set that we've got, like Dream Awake, for example. It's like softer side, and it gives me a chance to sing, because I do a lot of singing as well. And
I was literally, I walked out of the tent and I heard the clean vocals coming through, and I looked back and I wasn't sure if there was somebody else singing. So it was
who's
just
that
all
cat
yourself.
screaming?
Yeah. Just Rick
Turn him off!
Rick Astley's a bloodstock.
You wait till I take my hat off, mate.
You'll be Rick rolled.
Just take it off. I'm here.
So, as you say, like really, you're hitting all four corners of the style of music there. You're not pigeonholing yourself. So from
Not
really
at all.
clean vocals right through the guttural stuff, but you were.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, because before all the metal stuff, when I was a kid, there's me, karaoke, doing Phil Collins, doing a bit of Neo, like, it was a weird time.
Yeah. Let's not talk about
But
that.
then I went from that.
Birth from karaoke from the 90s.
I went from that to just doing metal. It just happened like that. And I loved Linkin Park. That was kind of bridging the gap for me. Avenged Sevenfold bridged that nicely, Disturbed, and all those kind of bands. And that's kind of how I got into like doing rock vocals and stuff. And I've got a hint of like the, not R&B, but that kind of style, technique-wise in there. And then the screaming stuff came a lot later.
Yeah.
And it was only because of, in my old band, we didn't have a guy who could do it. And I was like, well, I'll step up to the plate. Yeah! And just did it. And it just it just stuck.
Oh, wow. I was relaxed.
Sorry. Sorry.
Scared the shit out of him. So tell me from a vocalist point of view, doing that there, what do you have to do to try and control that and get it out there?
Right, well, let's try and fit this in a good time frame. So it's just like, singing's one thing, you're using your vocal cords, but with screaming, it's about how you push the air through that, through your diaphragm to make the sound. So, do a little lesson here. It's like when you're really angry and you're like, ugh, and then you go, yeah. It's learning to just control and push the air through. It can be quite exhausting, but I like it.
I was wondering actually, because obviously you were given it full beans on stage, so obviously trying to control that from the vocal point of view as well, while the movement and stuff must be tough.
It is, that's why behind the scenes I'm always there on a treadmill.
Right.
I'm always eating chicken rice, trying to get in shape. I'm just trying to, do everything I can to make sure that the show can go ahead the way I want it to go. And that's with full energy. And I just want to make the crowd know, like, we've got good stage presence. We want to be there to really put on a show, So with me, I feel that's a lot on my shoulders, and I try and deliver,
And even like I would imagine vocals being almost like a bit like a pressure cooker, trying to control that so without not going without the range as well.
When you combine like all the out of things like that, heat and it can really get heavy on you, and like sometimes I just have to switch off and really focus on what I'm doing, and then I'll be like, oh, hello crowd, I'm back, you know, just to hit the right notes or to get the right type of scream. It's like I have to really hone in the focus. So
And so tell me, what is on the horizon for you guys then? If you're fresh faced,
well, I'm glad you asked because we are playing a tour.
We got a tour coming up in October. We're also working on another new release, which will have a music video as well. So we've got some bits in the work for people to get excited about.
September. Build on the platform of obviously the presence of the playing in Bloodstock as well.
Exactly. So we get to play to all new people here that we've never played before. They get to check us out, and then hopefully they'll keep following us and get to check out all the new stuff that we'll be doing.
And what do you think of playing a festival stage rather than say a smaller intimate gig which your own fans are there for?
I like it because it's more like, okay, this is our time to win over as many people as we can. It's an exciting moment for us because we're like, right, let's see how that translates for the future. Let's see how many people turn up to the headline shows who saw us at a festival. You know, it's a good time. And the thing is as well, it's just great because it's all new fans at the end of the day, all new people, and you're out there to try and give it your all. You're selling yourself. And obviously, when you play a headline tour, it's great because it's like all of the people that you have, gained over the last year or whatever. So it's a different vibe altogether. And plus, I love being outdoors. I love it. I'm playing. I don't know why.
Beautiful.
In a club, you get or whatever, you get aircon. You get sunburn.
Starting out as well, like seeing those like connections just slowly form with new like people, like and then you see them at another show, and just slowly sort of. It's really really nice to see.
And, it must be gratifying, building up an audience and building up a fan base over time and seeing those people coming back.
It's how it translates from writing the stuff in the studio, being really excited about it. You're like, I can't wait to show people, and then you get to that point and you see what it does, and you see how like attached people get to the songs and that is an unbelievable experience in itself.
I can imagine.
And just can't wait to release the rest of it. We've got an EP on the horizon, the Dream Awake EP, so we've got a new single coming out very soon that we're going to be shooting the music video for very soon, and that's a different take on the band, a little bit more singing. So combined together with the other two tracks, you've got a mixture of everything that everyone can listen to. And hopefully we bridge the gap between heavy and light, and bring in more people that way.
Well, as I say, like there's so many sort of fluid bands these days as far as the stylistically, so people are embracing that more and more. You're seeing it across the media channels, whether it be radio or the playlists, real
it's forever expanding, and it's not as like pigeonholed anymore.
Very much.
It's more about, I want to listen to some exciting new music as opposed to like, I've got my set like thing to listen to now.
And I think people like that dramatic shift from song to song sometimes as well. You see it with like the response to say Spirit Box and stuff. Chopping and changing their style.
Exactly. And it was welcome with open arms.
Absolutely,
It really
people
fits
expect
in.
the toys to be thrown out of the pram, but it never happens.
I think
that's the thing of the
mature
past.
a bit, maybe.
Absolutely.
It's a thing of the past.
Keeps it sounding fresh as well and new and stuff. And then at the end of the day, we write music that we enjoy playing and that we listen to ourselves. So when that relates to people that are listening to, like, it means the world when people engage with that.
I'm sure. I can only imagine. I'm just one of the ones on the other side of the fence, unfortunately. Well, look, guys, I thank you for your time today. Absolute pleasure meeting you, and the best of luck with the future, of course, as well. Once again, guys from DEFECTS.
Cheers.
Thank you.